Naval history is marked by the evolution of warships that have not only defined military strategies, but also symbolized technological innovation and naval supremacy. From the pioneering days of ironclads in the mid-19th century to the formidable battleships and battlecruisers of the world wars, and the modern aircraft carriers of today, these armored vessels represent milestones in maritime engineering and strategic warfare. Each warship listed below has left an indelible mark on naval history, influencing the course of conflicts and shaping the tactics and doctrines of navies around the world. Their stories reflect the relentless pursuit of naval superiority and the ever-present drive to harness cutting-edge technology for military advantage on the high seas. 1. HMS Warrior. HMS Warrior was a groundbreaking vessel commissioned by the Royal Navy in 1860, marking a pivotal shift in naval technology. It was the first warship to combine an iron hull, steam propulsion, and extensive armor plating, setting a new standard for naval design. Warrior's construction represented a bold departure from traditional wooden ships, offering superior durability and firepower. Its introduction prompted a global race among naval powers to develop ironclad warships, fundamentally transforming naval warfare during the mid-19th century. 2. USS Monitor. The USS Monitor became an icon of innovation during the American Civil War, commissioned by the Union Navy in 1861. Designed by Swedish engineer John Ericsson, its revolving turret and armored construction represented a leap forward in naval technology. Monitor's battle with the Confederate ironclad CSS Virginia Merrimack in 1862 marked the first clash between ironclad warships, demonstrating the effectiveness of armored vessels against traditional wooden ships. Its design influenced the development of subsequent warships worldwide, emphasizing the importance of armor protection and turret-based gun systems. 3. HMS Dreadnought. HMS Dreadnought revolutionized naval warfare upon its launch in 1906, introducing a new era of battleship design. It pioneered the all-big gun concept, featuring a homogeneous main battery of 10 12-inch guns and steam turbine propulsion for unprecedented speed. Dreadnought's design rendered all existing battleships obsolete, triggering a global arms race among naval powers to build similar dreadnoughts. Its technological superiority and strategic impact reshaped naval doctrines, emphasizing firepower, speed, and technological innovation as decisive factors in naval engagements. 4. SMS Nasau. SMS Nasau represented Germany's ambitious entry into the dreadnought era, commissioned in 1908 as the first dreadnought battleship of the Imperial German Navy. It featured 10 11-inch guns arranged in 5 twin turrets and advanced steam turbine engines, symbolizing Germany's naval aspirations and challenging British naval supremacy. Nassau's construction highlighted Germany's rapid naval expansion before World War I, prompting rival powers to enhance their own naval capabilities in response to the growing arms race. 5. HMS Hood. HMS Hood was a symbol of British naval power and prestige during the interwar period, commissioned in 1920, the largest and most powerful battlecruiser of its time. Known for its impressive speed, heavy armor protection, and formidable armament, Hood represented Britain's commitment to maintaining naval supremacy. It served as a flagship and deterrent against potential adversaries, embodying the Royal Navy's strategy of projecting power across the world's oceans. However, Hood's tragic loss in 1941 during the Battle of the Denmark Strait underscored vulnerabilities in battlecruiser design and prompted reassessments in naval tactics and ship construction. 6. Bismar Class. The Bismar Class battleships, including Bismarck and Tirpitz, epitomized Nazi Germany's naval ambitions during World War II. Commissioned in the early 1940s, these battleships were heavily armored and armed with powerful guns, designed to challenge Allied naval supremacy. Bismarck gained international notoriety for its daring breakout into the Atlantic in 1941 and subsequent engagement with the British fleet, resulting in the sinking of the HMS Hood. The Bismar Class highlighted Germany's technological prowess in naval engineering, but also demonstrated the vulnerability of even the most heavily armored warships to concerted air and naval attacks. 7. Yamato Class. The Yamato Class battleships, Yamato and Musashi, were the largest and most heavily armed battleships ever constructed, commissioned by the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II. Launched in the early 1940s, they featured massive armor protection and 9 18.1-inch guns, symbolizing Japan's ambitious naval expansion and its efforts to counter the growing naval forces of the United States. However, their immense size and vulnerabilities to air attacks rendered them high-profile targets. Both Yamato and Musashi met their fates in separate engagements with Allied forces, underscoring the shifting dynamics of naval warfare and the increasing importance of air power in naval operations. 8. Iowa Class. The Iowa Class battleships, including USS Iowa, USS New Jersey, USS Missouri, and USS Wisconsin, represented the pinnacle of American naval power during World War II and the Cold War. Commissioned in the early 1940s, they were known for their impressive speed over 30 knots, heavy armor protection, and powerful armament, 9 16-inch guns. The Iowa-class battleships played crucial roles in major naval engagements, including shore bombardments, convoy escort duties, and fleet protection. They served as symbols of US naval dominance and technological superiority, contributing to deterrent strategies during the Cold War era. 9. Kirov Class battlecruisers. The Kirov Class battlecruisers were Soviet or Russian heavy missile cruisers that represented a significant evolution in naval technology during the Cold War era. Commissioned in the 1980s, they were characterized by their heavy armor protection and advanced missile systems, including the P-700 Granite anti-ship missiles. The Kirov class emphasized firepower and defensive capabilities, reflecting Soviet or Russian naval strategy and their pursuit of naval dominance in strategic regions. These battlecruisers played critical roles in projecting Soviet naval power and maintaining deterrence during the latter stages of the Cold War. 10. Nimitz-class aircraft carriers, 1975 onwards. The Nimitz-class aircraft carriers are one of the largest warships ever built and serve as the cornerstone of US naval power projection capabilities. Commissioned from the mid-1970s onwards, they exemplify technological innovation and operational versatility. While primarily designed for air operations, Nimitz-class carriers are heavily armored and equipped with advanced defensive systems against air missile threats. They serve as mobile air bases capable of launching and recovering a large number of aircraft, playing a pivotal role in US military strategy and global power projection in both wartime and peacetime scenarios. The armored warships discussed here stand as testament to the dynamic evolution of naval technology and strategy throughout history. From the pioneering ironclads of the 19th century to the massive dreadnoughts of the early 20th century, and the advanced missile cruisers and aircraft carriers of the modern era, each vessel has contributed uniquely to naval warfare's rich history. These warships not only represented the forefront of their respective epochs, but also shaped geopolitical landscapes and influenced global maritime doctrines.